Movies are one of the best teachers of real English, and you don't have to understand them 100%. Let me share 6 films that shaped my English speaking world, all from totally different corners of American culture, and why they're my favorites. Hopefully, this list will help you get started on your English movie watching journey. And make sure you keep watching because I share an embarrassing story about one of these movies. Hello, hello, welcome or welcome back. If you're new here, hello, I'm Jean. It's nice to meet you. Let's get started with our first category of movie, my favorite romantic comedy. A romantic comedy is a combination of romance and humor, or comedy. Romantic comedy is often shortened to rom-com. So my favorite rom-com is You've Got Mail. You've Got Mail is a romantic comedy about 2 people who both own bookstores. The woman, named Kathleen, owns a small children's bookstore, while the man, Joe, owns a huge bookstore that sells every kind of book. In real life, they hate each other, but they actually know each other online and they're emailing each other, but they don't know it. They don't know the person they're emailing. They don't know the person they're emailing is actually the person they hate. I love this movie. It is my favorite. It is such a cute, funny movie with lots of banter between the characters. I love all of the characters, probably because I am also a reader, so I like that they are also readers. The second category is drama. And my favorite drama film is actually a historical drama called The Count of Monte Cristo. The Count of Monte Cristo is based on a novel by the same name, originally written by Alexander Dumas. It's a story about Edmond Dantes, a simple sailor who is betrayed by his best friend and thrown in jail for treason for 13 years. When he escapes from prison, he focuses all his energy on getting revenge on the people who betrayed him. It's Oh, it's an epic story with twists and turns that keep you glued to the screen until the very end. The next category is my favorite Disney movie. I love Disney movies, but my favorite has to be Mulan. Mulan is a Disney movie based on the Chinese legend of Mulan. It was not made to be historically accurate. It's a story about a young woman who joins the army so her father doesn't have to, and she needs to pretend she's a man. Now, I actually have a funny story connected to this movie. I have always loved this movie from the first moment I saw it. I saw it for the first time when I was around 4 years old. Now, you should know there's a part in the movie where Mulan needs to change her look so she looks more like a man. And the first thing she does is cut her hair. So she takes her father's sword and slices her hair off. Now, when I was 4 years old, I was so inspired by this. I thought, "Cool." And I went and found a pair of scissors and cut my hair horribly. I was 4, and the only thing my mom could do was fix it by cutting my hair very short and then hiding all the scissors. Well, some time went by, maybe 6 months or something, and I watched Mulan again. And I found a pair of scissors and cut my hair again. My mom was so mad, but man, I love that movie even now, and I still cut my own hair, but I can do it much better now. Now, I also wanted to include a non-Disney animated movie because not just Disney makes animated movies. My favorite non-Disney animated movie is How to Train Your Dragon. How to Train Your Dragon is also a book by the same name. It's a story about a boy who lives on an island where everyone hates dragons. One day, he catches a dragon, but he doesn't kill it. Instead, they become friends, and he learns how to ride this dragon. But everyone else on the island still hates dragons, so they have to be friends in secret. I love this movie because the story is so heartfelt. I feel very connected to the main character, and I love his friendship with his dragon. Also, the music. The music is so good. This movie is the first of a trilogy, meaning it's the first movie in a series of 3 movies total. All of the movies in this series are amazing. The next category is actually Christmas movies. Now, Christmas movies, this is its own category. Certainly in America, we love Christmas movies in America. It was very difficult to choose my favorite, but I think my favorite Christmas movie is a more recent movie called Last Christmas. It's actually based on a song called Last Christmas. And it's about a young woman who is just struggling in her life. Everything in her life is just falling apart. And she meets this guy who is a bit strange and isn't always around when she needs him, but he helps her think about things a little differently. This movie has such a good twist in it. It always makes me cry, but in such a good way. This movie is about family, friends, and figuring out how to be a person. Like I said, it's a newer movie, but it's my favorite because the twist is so good. The characters are really relatable, and it's also very entertaining. The last category is superheroes. My favorite superhero movie. This was also very difficult to decide, but I think I can say that my favorite superhero movie is The Avengers. So, The Avengers is about a group of superheroes coming together in order to fight a war they can only win if they work together. It includes superheroes like Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Black Widow, the Hulk, and Hawkeye. I love superhero movies. I know there are like a million superhero movies nowadays, but honestly, I still love them. The Avengers is my favorite because the writing is so good. The dialogue between characters, the development of the characters, the story, the action, all of it. So good. Now, should you watch these movies? If you want to start watching American movies, I highly recommend focusing on genres or categories like romantic comedies and family movies. They're not designed for learners, but those categories are more learner friendly, let's say. So, from this list, I recommend You've Got Mail, Mulan, How to Train Your Dragon, and Last Christmas. If you like superhero movies, I'd also recommend The Avengers. I guess the only one I wouldn't recommend is The Count of Monte Cristo because the language can be a little bit unmodern, old, and there are a lot of different accents, mostly British accents in this movie. Now, what should you do when you watch movies? Like I said, when you watch a movie, you don't have to understand everything 100%. Focus on having fun and enjoying the story. Should you watch with subtitles? I recommend watching the movie first with English subtitles. Then, if you like the movie, watch it again without subtitles. Or do this for just a part of the movie. I do not recommend watching with subtitles in your native language or not only in your native language. I don't think that will help you very much if your goal is to learn English. The goal should be to have fun and enjoy the story and let your brain find the patterns and let your ear adjust to different native speakers. This can be a way to help you stay motivated learning English or make you feel good about English. If that's something you're struggling with, I recommend watching this video. This is where I talk about motivation.